simply a tool. This is not an end-all be-all. You will recognize some strengths and weaknesses of yourself, and then there's going to be some things that don't really apply to you, and that's okay. The point of this, and what I really want you all to take from this, is once you've determined what your color is, I really want you to sit back and think about, as you're reviewing the strengths of that color, which ones can you recognize in yourself? These are really key. And I mean, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but later on in the program, when we start to look at career paths and employment and going to interviews, it's really, really important that you can sell yourself well. And in order to sell yourself well, you need to be able to articulate exactly what your strengths are and how they can be applied in the job or position you're applying to. So as we go through this, and we talk about the strengths and weaknesses in the different colors, and once you get your assessment results, which will be emailed to you by tomorrow, I want you to review your results and really consider which of those strengths you knew you had, and maybe you'll even identify some strengths that you didn't even recognize were strengths for yourself. Does anyone have any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay. And please stop me if I'm going too fast. I sometimes I get a little hyper. I probably shouldn't have this tea, and then I talk really quickly. So please just interrupt me if that's the case. Okay. So before we get started, I really want to take some time to introduce you to the 4 personality types. Okay. The first personality type is inquiring green. And so this, what we're going to go through right now is actually part of the assessment. You're going to be redoing this part on your own, but I want to walk you guys through it so you understand what we're doing here. So the first personality type again here is called inquiring green. Each of the images in this picture card represents what it's like to be a green personality. So is there anything that jumps out at anyone? Any of the images that really stands out for you? And what do you think that represents about this personality type?
Zooming.
Sorry?
Kind of zooming or something.
Zooming?
Yeah.
What are you referring to?
That's what we can see, the both of the...
Oh, are you talking about like with the telescope and the magnifying glass? Yeah. So what that represents is the looking closely at things. Green people are very interested in understanding how things work. So they tend to look more than just the surface level. They go more in depth. They want to know more. Does that make sense? Anything else that jumps out at anyone here?
The guy in the back, it looks like he's enlightened or has a third eye open. I like that one in the back that stands out.
Sorry, Elisa, I'm sorry. It's a little bit hard to hear you. It's a little distorted.
The picture at the back with the guy.
Yep.
It looks like he's enlightened or his third eye is open. That stands out to me.
Yeah. Are you talking about with the little kind of firecracker in the brain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really great. That's exactly what it is. And it's really representing his mind working. His synapses going crazy. So a lot of thought, a lot of ideas. The greens are definitely what I would call the creators and the inventors of the world. Good. Anybody else see something that jumps out at them?
Basically, they go in detail and bit technical and stuff.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's a perfect way of looking at things. These guys are very technical. They go in detail.
Understand.
Does anybody know what an owl represents?
Come again?
What an owl represents?
Because they also kind of... how do you say?
I don't know.
Go ahead, Theoban. What were you going to say?
Is it a night person?
That is close. You're actually, you know what, Theoban? You're not wrong, but that's actually not it. But you're not wrong at all. So typically, owls represent knowledge and wisdom. And that pairs into the green personality. Greens typically have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. If you notice, there's some books here. And this building at the bottom, I know it's hard to read, but it says museum. So greens are always trying to learn more. They want to understand where we came from and what brought us to where we are. That's why there's this big question mark here. You'll also notice that there's a keyboard here with the beginning of a web page. And again, that refers to information. Greens are all about data and information and understanding how things work, how A and B come together to make C, okay? And that's why you'll see things like the gears, you'll see the blueprints, that sort of thing. Does anybody have questions about the green personality? Okay. All right, now we're going to go on to the gold, and this is called organized gold. So now I'm going to pick on someone who hasn't talked. Omalara, are you with us?
Yes, please.
Omalara, what's something that stands out to you in this picture, and what do you think it means about this person?
As in the picture at the back, the frame at the back.
Yes, and what do you think that means?
It's saying something about a good family or something.
Yes, yes. This personality type is very family oriented. So family and close relationships are very important to them. Good. Ash, how about you? Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Finances would be my guess. Money is an important aspect for these people.
Close, but not quite. So it is, but it isn't. So it's not that money itself is important, but these people tend to be good with money, and they're conscientious of, if you can see the money sign in the clock, time is money, right? So these guys are not time wasters. They're the get things done. They're very organized. You'll see the boxes along the side. What do you think the scales represent? Anybody know what they think the scales might represent?
Balanced.
Yes. These are very balanced individuals. And what do you think they might be balancing, Philban?
Family, work, other things, lesser activities, pets.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly it. These guys are really great at juggling a whole bunch of things and balancing them well. You'll also notice I mentioned the organization. There's these 3 boxes on the right-hand side, but you'll also notice on the bottom left-hand corner, just behind the scales, there is also a agenda. So that kind of, again, speaks to organization. Okay. You'll also notice that both the people in this picture are in business suits. That's because organized goals make really great business professionals. So they tend to work in professional office type positions. And the last thing I want to point out is the dog. What do you guys think the dog represents?
Pet lovers?
A little more in depth.
Lesser time.
Do you guys know what they... Sorry, go ahead, Philban.
Lesser time having, I don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So dogs, they say, are man's best friend. And they say that because dogs are extremely loyal. So that is a key characteristic of a gold personality type. They're very loyal and dependable. Does anybody have any questions about the gold personality type? Okay. Next up is orange. Orange, these crazy oranges. Okay. What jumps out at everyone? Is there anything that jumps out specifically? There's a lot.
Adventurous people, adventurous.
Adventurous. Yes, Mafid, perfect. Oranges are definitely adventurous. They like action. They like variety. They get bored doing the same thing for too long. Philben, what were you going to say?
Yeah, adventurous. I was
You were thinking the same thing? Okay.
They try new things in their lives.
Yes. And we have a saying in Canada, and I don't know if you guys have heard this before, well, in North America anyways, and it's called, if they say, a jack of all trades, master of none. So that means instead of focusing on one thing, orange personalities want to have a little bit of skills in all sorts of different areas.
They are all under.
Sorry, Omalara?
I said they're all everywhere, as in
Yes.
they're all everything. They do most everything.
Oranges are not sitting still and doing what, like you would not find an orange behind a desk just doing the same thing over and over. They would get bored. It wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And tying in with the adventure, you'll notice on the left-hand side, there's a couple backpackers and there's some photos of Europe. Anything else that jumps out at anybody? So a few things I'm going to point out. On the right-hand side, you'll see the laptop open with a person on the phone. Yes, I know this is very dated, but the point is that these people like to communicate with people a lot. And then you'll also see this man in the suit, but he looks like he's running. He's always on the go. Again, a very orange personality type. And the last thing that you'll notice is the rescue chopper. And the reason why the rescue chopper is there is because it goes to show that orange personality types tend to do really well in high stress situations. So in a crisis, orange people are able to stay calm. They're able to, problem solve. They do really well in those crisis situations. So orange personality types could be entrepreneurs. They can also be in careers that are very hands-on. So think of like trades, mechanics, electricians, that sort of thing. And they also do really well in high-stress jobs such as paramedics, doctors, nurses, police officers, things like that. Are there any questions about the orange personality type? And last but not least, we have blue. What do you guys think about the blue personality?
Very healthy people, enjoy music.
Yes. And not just music. If you look around, blue personalities tend to be very creative and artistic. So you'll see, so you'll see like the music notes, the paintbrush. You'll see the sign here that has to do with acting. I'm not even sure what it's called, so I apologize. But yes, they are very artistic people. How about you, Alicia? What do you see in this?
I want to say the same thing, creative, artistic. Good.
Okay. Ash, do you notice anything different that jumps out at you?
No, that's pretty much it. Creative, artistic, maybe calm as well, based on the woman meditating there.
You got that right on, Ash. That was fabulous. Blues are what I like to call the peacemakers, right? So they don't like conflict. They like to get along with everyone. You'll notice here, at the top, there's two colleagues talking. Then below, you have a woman on the phone. Then you have a son and a father on the left. So relationships and connections with people are very important. Blues take a very holistic approach. And what I mean by that is they don't just care about themselves. They care about the community. They care about the world around them. They're in tune with their environment. So you'll notice there's grass and a lake and a tree and a flower, and that all represents the earth. And blue people tend to really care about the environment. The other thing I want to point out are these drama masks down in the bottom right corner. There's one that looks like it's crying and one that's happy. that represents emotions. Blue are emotional people. Sorry about that. I thought that was on silent. My apologies. Blue are emotional people. And so by that, I don't mean they walk around crying all the time. I just mean that they tend to feel their emotions quite well. And they're also very good at picking up the emotions of other people. So jobs in this field, for these personality types might be social work, counseling, helping field. It could be PSWs, things like that, things where they get to help other people. Does anybody have any questions about blue personality types?
I think I'm from the blue personality type.
Do you? You know what? That was my next question. I was gonna go back through.
Okay.
So I want you to, and I'm gonna, Omalara, since you started, I'll go with you.
Oh,
You
wow.
think that blue is your strongest?
Yes, please.
What
Yeah.
would be your second? Green, gold, or orange? What do you think would be second most like you?
I think orange.
Orange, okay. And what would be third most like you? Green or gold?
Gold.
Gold. And then you'd be least would be green, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And we're gonna do this, have a chance to do the assessment after, and you're gonna see. How about you, Mufid? What do you think, which color do you think is most like you? And I'm just scrolling so you guys can. Blue, okay. And then what's second?
Green.
Green, okay. And third?
Third could be, no, I could say third last is green personality.
Okay, last is green. Okay, what would be your second most like you?
Second
And
will
third?
be organized gold.
Okay.
And third is crazy orange.
It's not actually crazy orange, but I just call it crazy orange. I like that. Oh, that was good, Mufid. I like it.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. I have Alicia, you're up next. What do you think? Which one do you think is most like you?
Let's say green and orange, blue, and last yellow.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Sildan, how about you?
Yeah, I think orange is my first, and then the first one is what? Can I see the first one?
Mm-hmm. Of course. There you go.
Yeah, I think this one second, and then third one is the blue one. Then fourth that thing.
The gold. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. And Ash, last but not least.
I don't actually know where I'd fit in, but I'm curious to find out. But yeah, I don't actually have a guess as to what my order would be yet.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, so we're going to go through, and before we go to do the assessment, I want to just go over some information on the greens. I'm not going to read this too in depth because after you do the test, I'm going to email your results and you're going to get all this same information. So I'm not going to go over every little bit. I just want to touch on it briefly. So core needs, these are what do greens need to feel good. They need knowledge and competence, and that's within themselves and other people, okay? Greens do not like not knowing or feeling incompetent. They value things like logic, progress, scientific inquiry. They're very facts and data type people, okay? So there's a list of abilities and behaviors. I'm not gonna go over this because you are gonna get this. No matter which of the colors you get, when I send you your results, you'll get this information for all of the colors, but it'll tell you which ones are your highest scoring ones. So don't worry, even if you end up being a green, you'll still get the information for all of the different colors as well. Gold, they need to feel like they belong. And they really like a sense of duty and responsibility. So they tend to take care of people. Golds do not like disorganization or being on the outside. So feeling like they're not included. They value home and family, traditions. They very much like rules and procedures, and they're very committed and trustworthy. So as I mentioned, they are very loyal people. Resourceful, there we go. It's not crazy orange. By the way, I'm also an orange, just so you guys know. So when I say that, I say it nicely. They're just all over the people, all over the place. And core need of an orange is very simple: freedom. Oranges like to do things at their own pace. If they want to go fast, they want to go fast. If they want to go slow, they want to go slow. They don't want to have to follow along with everybody else. Things that oranges don't like: rigid boundaries and waiting. So I always know the oranges because I'm an orange when I get to Walmart and I've got 2 things to buy and the lineup's really long. So I just drop them and walk out. And I'm an orange. So that's how that goes. Like we mentioned, they like action and variety. They're all about what's going on right now in front of them, the here and the now. And they like the space and freedom to do. So that means, as an orange, if my boss gives me a task, I like the ability to address that task in a way that works best for me, instead of having my boss tell me exactly how it needs to be done. And the last one, authentic blue. And their core needs are very simple: relationships with other people. When I say relationships, that doesn't mean your partner, your husband, your wife, your kids. It goes beyond that. It goes to connections with people in the community, friendships, coworkers. That's very important to blues. Blues' key stressors are guilt. And you blue people can tell me, or those of you that think you're blue can tell me if this is true. Blues tend to feel guilty even when it's not their fault. So I'll give you a great example. If Thielban and I are walking down the street and Thielban accidentally stubs his toe, I'm gonna feel bad that he hurt himself even though I didn't do anything, because that's what a blue does, right? We feel what other people feel, and we tend to feel guilty very quickly. Blues are very good at seeing the positive in people, right? So blues are able to say that, oh, Malara, don't feel down. You have all these great strengths. You're going to do wonderful things one day. That's what blues do. They really build people up and they really see their potential. They really like to work with other people. They work very well in groups and teams. They like to build those personal relationships. And as we mentioned, blues are very creative. Malara, did you want to add something?
It's okay. I'm very creative. You got me.
Okay, perfect. All right. So with that, I'm going to end here, I think. And I'm going to open up the screen to show you how to do the assessment, okay? So remember, I know I went over that very briefly, understanding each of the personality types. But again, once you do the assessment, I will email you the results. It'll show you your colors, but it will still give you a breakdown of all the other colors, okay? So you'll get an understanding of them all. Mm-hmm. Okay. Share screen again.
Amma, sound bring.
So in a moment, I'm going to paste a link into the chat box. When you click the link, you're going to see this page that's going to appear. Very important, there's going to be a link at the bottom. Copy and paste that and save it somewhere safe. This is important because if you close the page by accident or you decide to stop the assessment and you want to come back and finish it, that is your unique link. And if you don't have that link, you will have to start the assessment all over again. Does everyone understand that? That's really, really important because lots of people will get almost done the assessment, close the page, and come back and have to do it again. So please make sure when you click the link I give you and you get a page like this, you take down the link right away. Okay?
Okay.
They are going to ask you to enter your email address, and they're going to ask you to put in your name, email address, province, and country. That's all you have to fill in, and then you'll get this link, okay? There are 8 sections to the personality dimensions. The first one is going to be picture cards, which we kind of did as a group, but you're going to redo that. Then there's going to be life values, in relationships, in communication, at work, and in conflict. All of these will be 4 written paragraphs. You will read them and decide which is most like you. And then the last 2 are multiple choice questions. And I'm going to walk you through so you can see what that looks like. So for all of the sections, you have to read or look at the pictures and decide what is least like you and what is most like you, what is a lot like you, and somewhat like you. So essentially, whatever's most like you is going to be a 4. A lot like you is a 3. Somewhat like you is 2. And least like you is 1. So that's the same idea that we did with the colors when I asked you guys, what's most like you? And then what? And then what? And then what? Okay? 4 is always the one that's most like you. Really important that if it's not done correctly, it will not let you continue. So you have to make sure you only pick 1 as your number 4, 1 number 3, 1 number 2, 1 number 1. Okay? When you get to the multiple choice, it's going to look like this. It says, I prefer jobs in which I can be independent and free, or I can work with others. This is kind of like what you did last time, yesterday in the assessment where you had to pick A or B. So you're going to pick one or the other. Okay. Then it's going to, the next item is utilize facts and data or deal with different tasks each day. You're going to pick again. Oh, I apologize. Most like you, least like you. It doesn't go into A or B into the last one. I apologize. That's my error. So they're going to give you 4 statements and you pick which one is most like you to least like you again. The last section gives you A or B. So you pick one or the other. Now this could be confusing. So I'm going to get you guys to start it while we're on this Zoom call. You can shut off your cameras and get started, and I will be here in case you need any help. This assessment doesn't take very long, so you'll have lots of free time today. And for those of you that need to finish the COP system, you'll have plenty of time. When you finish the assessment, you will get this message that says assessment complete. And then I will get a copy of it and I will email them all to you by tomorrow. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. So I'm going to get the link and put it into the chat for you right now.
So that is an individual link that you're sending?
Yep, I'm sending you guys a link right now. This is for everybody.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is when you click this link, it's going to ask you for your, it's going to ask you to enter in your name, your country. You don't have to, it's going to enter a lot of information, but you don't need it all. Just put your first and last name, your email, your province and country. That is all you have to enter. And I can actually show you guys quickly so that you have a better sense. Hold on 1 second. When you click that link, this is what's going to appear. And you're going to press accept, and you're going to enter your email address. Okay, and then hit submit. And then you should go to the page that I showed you, which is this one, and it will give you a link here. Thank you for taking the time to complete this assessment. And then you'll see a link at the bottom. That's the link you need to save.
Okay.
Oh.
Does that make sense for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and get started, I'm going to stay here in case anybody needs any help. You're welcome to shut off. You're welcome to turn off your cameras and get started. I'll be here. I'm going to turn off my camera as well. Yes.
Lara, I'm not working with a computer. Can I get to my email? The link?
Oh, yes. Okay. Lara, I'll email it to you right now. You might want to wait till your son's home to do this on the computer.
Yes, please.
That's fine. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
You're using your last name, first name 66 at Yahoo, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay, just want to make sure. So I'm going to email you the link right now, and you're free to go, and you can do this later. Please make sure you finish the COP system first. That one's more important because we're meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
And I just emailed that to you now.
All right.
All right, and we'll meet tomorrow, and then back to normal classes on Monday with Lorna.
Lorna, okay. Okay, I've sent it.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. For everyone else that's here, I'm just stepping away briefly. I need about 5 minutes to take a quick washroom break, and I'll be right back. So if you need help, I will be right back. I'm just stepping away for a moment.
Okay.
Hi, are you there?
Said she went on a 5-minute break.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for that. I had to let the dog out. Does anyone need any help, or are you guys all okay so far?
Okay, now I had the job, but I found out.
Oh, okay, good. Everyone else okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Okay, so in the exercise where you put a lot like me, most like me, somewhat like me,
Yeah.
what if none of the options are like me? Do I still try and choose?
Yeah, so you're going to pick whatever one's most like you. If none of them are really like you, you still have to pick the one that's most like you, even if it's not completely the one that's most like you, all the way down to the least like you.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm just muting myself in between because the dog is barky, so I'm here. Mufi, did you have a question?
Yeah, just when I submit that, when I go to the next one, it's like becoming red color and it says, no error message, anything is come, but it's not allowing me to go to the next page.
Because you've probably missed one of them. Do you want to share screen for a second so I can take a look?
Just a second. Yeah, I'll share the screen, then you can have a look. Host disable participant screen sharing.
Oh, sorry, hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Sorry about that. Okay. So, okay, because you need to pick one that's most like you, one that's and all the way down. So for example, the first one,
Okay.
good time management, sensitivity to others, high standards, maximizing resources at hand. Which one is most like you out of all of those?
Pyramid.
D, is D most like you?
Yeah.
So you're gonna press 4. That gets the highest number. The one most like you is 4. Okay, now from the remaining 3, which one's next most like you?
Okay. Hey Siri.
C?
Set an alarm at
So you're
2
gonna
p.m.
hit 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've got to have 1 4, 1 3,
Yes,
1
okay.
2, 1 1. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
Okay,
Set an
understand.
alarm at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma. Padunga. Kai solliruken. Okay.
Perfect. There you go. And now you can move on to the next one.
Okay.
You can stop sharing now, Mufid.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then it'll let you continue.
Mama. Okay.
When we finish the assessment, we can sign off, right?
Yeah, if you're all good and you finish all of it and it says assessment completed, you're good.
All right, perfect. Have a good day, everyone.
See you later, Ash.
All right. Polly?
Yes, I'm here, sorry.
I'm done with the assignment.
Okay, did you get the screen that says assessment complete?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, you're free to go, and we'll see you tomorrow for our meeting.
Tomorrow I'll check my email. All right, thank you.
Yeah, perfect, see you then.
All right, bye.
Bye.
பதினோரு மணி ஓகே காய்ச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க ஓகே வச்சாச்சு ஓகே Okay, I'm done with the seminar, sir.
Did you get the notification that says assessment complete?
Yeah, it says. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you can log off and then please make sure today you do that other assessment.
Oh,
Oh, you did yours. Philban, you're done. You're good. Never mind.
okay.
Sorry.
Thank
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hmm. Hmm.